This is the final episode of the video series about Abraham's life. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, be sure to watch them. Sarah lived on earth for 127 years, but in the end she also passed away in Kiriath Arba. Abraham mourned his deceased wife, but despite his tears and sorrow, he accepted that this is the order of life. He went to speak with the Hittites, on whose land he lived, to ask for a place where he could bury his dead. Since they knew that God's blessing was upon Abraham, they offered him the best burial site in all their land to lay Sarah to rest. Abraham bowed before the people as a sign of gratitude, but he wanted a specific place, a cave at the end of Ephron's field. Abraham wanted to pay for it in full, refusing to accept it as a gift. Then Ephron stepped forward from the crowd, as he was also present, and offered to give him the entire field along with the cave. Despite Abraham's insistence, Ephron did not want to accept the full amount, so he accepted a slightly lower price, and Abraham went to bury his dead. Abraham acted in an exemplary manner in every situation. Although people treated him with respect because of his covenant with God, he did not take advantage of it, but remained humble toward others. Let this be our goal as well, to treat others with respect in every situation. Meanwhile, Isaac grew up and Abraham grew old, and the time came for him to find a wife for his son, as it was still customary in those days for parents to choose a spouse for their children. Abraham commanded only one thing of his oldest servant, who managed all his affairs, that he should not take a wife for his son from the Canaanite women, but instead go to his homeland and choose a wife from among his relatives. The servant, however, asked what should be done if the woman refused to come. Should he take Isaac back to his father's homeland? Abraham strictly warned his servant against this, for the Lord had led him out of that place, and he forbade Isaac from returning there, since God had promised him the land on which they now lived. Thus, if the woman refused to come, the servant would be released from the oath. The servant swore an oath to Abraham and set out to find a wife. But this part is more significant for Isaac's life, so I will explain it in detail in another video. Now our story is coming to an end. Abraham left his homeland for a foreign place under God's guidance. He endured many trials along the way, yet he remained faithful to God, and together they made an everlasting covenant. Through a long and eventful journey, he finally had a son, Isaac, with his wife, after Ishmael, whom he loved more than anything but not more than everyone. For at God's command he was even willing to sacrifice him. However, this did not happen, and Isaac grew up and took a wife. After these events, Abraham married again to a woman named Keturah, who bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shuah. They fathered more sons, and nations descended from them. Yet Abraham gave everything he had to Isaac, while to his other sons he gave only gifts, and then sent them away from Isaac to the land of the east. Thus, Abraham died at the age of 175, fulfilled in life. Ishmael and Isaac buried him in the same cave where Sarah had once been laid to rest. After Abraham's death, God blessed Isaac, and the story continued through him.